Hello guys, this is my first video, so please leave some criticism if you don't like anything or if you want to see some changes in my content. But before we start, please make sure to like and subscribe so you can see my content gets pushed out to more people like you. If you got this, you obviously like Dandy's World, or you've played the game for a while. But you should know there's a new update coming on August 8th, which is only in 2 days. This update will conclude everything. This update will include a new toon, and new machine types, new sticker, new sprout map, more optimizations, and possibly a new sprout and cosmo optimization, and even more. Now, this update might be the biggest update and might even get us out of alpha. If you know, Dandy's World has been alpha and beta for a very long time, and only getting out of beta during the Christmas update, if I'm pretty sure. Now, what will be in this update? What will fully be in this update that we know of? We know that we are getting a new toon. We do know that we are getting a new toon, sticker system, sticker system, and other things. And not other things. I gotta actually explain things to y'all. I'm sorry. This is my first time, guys. Please, don't get on my head. This update contains new sticker system, new machine type, new floor event, new sprout map, new skins, and fully optimized characters. Multiple of them. And more. Now, if you do know, in the last couple updates, we only got a couple optimizations. So this is be a new change. And we're getting Brusha. If I didn't say, Brusha is a new toon. She does have something beef with Tisha, and I'll get into the lore of that later. Brusha is one of the newest toons. We do not know anything about her except for her name and her relationship with Tisha. We do not know anything else about her, but we do know that she's an artist. This could probably play into her Twisted. Or maybe even her stats, like maybe having a high skill check, or maybe having a high extraction. Because artists are meant to be good at meant to be good at doing work. I'm very sorry. I don't have a script right now, guys. I tried to make one, but couldn't because of what I was doing. But still, no excuses either, because, I should have made a script still. But, anyways. Yeah. So, Brusha is one of, the newest toons, and we don't know anything about her. But the only thing we do know is her relationship with Tisha, and that she's an artist. So, what can we use for this to implement her Twisted? Maybe she does something with the posters, like how some people speculate that maybe she messes with the posters, goes inside of them, and attacks you and get too close to them. But I don't think we're going to need another passive toon. Because we already have Blot, and Blot was in this passive toon that we got a couple updates ago. Last update. Not last update, the last couple of updates, last 2 updates. But, so that means we're not getting another new toon. Yes we are. We're getting another new toon. I'm sorry, I trailed off for a bit. Meaning we're not getting probably not getting another passive Twisted. Which, although I do think we need a little more passive Twisteds, it gets annoying from time to time having another passive Twisted. I feel like I want a new person to distract. I'm getting tired of seeing the same Twisteds. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to say it. And, I will also teach you how to prepare for this update, and my predictions of what you'll need for this update. You will most likely need 300 to 5,000 Iker for this update, because we do need the lowest amount of Iker you could have for a toon is 100, which is only Shrimpo. I don't think Brush is going to cost only 100. She's mostly probably going to cost way more Iker. Maybe in the thousands, like Yada, Blot, and Louis, or even other toons. I feel like she's going to cost around 300 to 200 Iker. Maybe even with 100 in there. Or she could probably be 500 like Tisha, which I mostly doubt. But if I'm wrong, I will compare this video to when the update comes out. I recommend at least having Tisha Mastery just in case you'll need it for her, because of her old relationship with Tisha. Or maybe even having Mastery on Blot, because they're both, I would say, painting type toons / drawing type toons, and I feel like you would just kind of need that. I don't know, but I recommend trying to at least have it. I also recommend having more than 500 Iker. So you still have some left over just in case there's a new drink coming, like with the what's it called, Sir Time event. Next thing is, I feel like since we're getting new stickers, I also recommend having a lot of Iker, a lot of it too. Because we're getting like a really expensive sticker, which is the most expensive item in the game. Next is I forgot what I was gonna say. Next is practicing. Practicing means trying to get to higher floors and learning how to make it to them. I recommend playing with by yourself, so you know how the game works a little better. Now, why do I say this? Because we're getting a new map, and it's not a common map, meaning it's gonna be harder to get to this map. Meaning it's Sprouts map. So I recommend getting a bunch of Iker. Not a bunch of Iker. I recommend getting a bunch of experience in the game. This will teach you more on how to on how to get main maps. Now, it's not confirmed you'll immediately get that main map because main maps are not common. They're somehow it's sometimes type thing, but they spawn to floor 16 and up. You will see V's map, which is the one that's playing in my background. But another map that is common you might see is, let's say, Astro's map or Shelly's map. I would say Astro's map is a little more common, but is not as common as Shelly's, because hers is a little more common for me. But there's not actual rarities between these maps, so yeah, it's just they maybe spawn with that. It's kind of just like with the common maps. You might get rainbow rooms. You might not get a rainbow room map. You can get any type of map, really. But I do recommend still practicing so you can try to get to this new floor. Another thing is I recommend having almost every toon. I recommend having all toons, really, so you can see the new optimizations. My goal in this video is to teach y'all how to find the new optimizations and how to get all the secrets. Another thing I really recommend paying attention to every detail on August 8th because, because we are getting more than just, the stuff that was listed in the update if you go back to the couple of seconds I was talking. But still, another thing, okay, now let's get into more Brusha lore, what I think the Brusha lore is about. Brusha has some beef with Tisha, but if we look in her announcement when we saw her, she was standing next to Tisha, kind of holding hands. Basically meaning that they probably had a good relationship, but something had to have happened. Now, we do know Brusha is friends with the toon, with the main, well, best friends probably, with the main, Shelly. We can see through the interactions and the requirements. You need all 6 mastery quests on Brusha. I'm not Brusha, on Tisha. I'm sorry, their names are similar. And I don't have a script once more. You'll need all masteries on the toon Tisha, and 4,000 something Iker, and 100% on Twisted Shelly. She's one of the most easiest mains to get, I would say, in my opinion. But Pebble is way easier. Anyways, backtracked. Sorry. Still, I will make a guide on how to get mains too, fast and easy. Well, not fast, not easy, because still, even though it says fast and easy, you're not gonna get, but they're just gonna be my tips. Anyways, sorry. Now, I feel like Brusha and Tisha were really close, but then Shelly came in. Shelly broke up their friendship, but not on purpose. Tisha had more in common with Shelly. Tisha was better friends with Shelly. Shelly was a better friend, and Brusha didn't like that, making Brusha not want to be friends with Tisha. And Tisha probably broke their friendship because Brusha said something, and stopping them from interacting, making them dislike each other. One, because Tisha and her friend were being, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be on low rise and I'm kind of messing up, and my professional voice is leaving me. I'm sorry, guys. And I don't have a mic, so yeah, sorry. Please, forgive me, please. Anyways, now, for the new map, for the new machine types and floor event, we'll get into that now. I don't know what they're going to be, but we do know that there's going to be new machine types, and they must be common because they're machines. One, I feel like they're just going to be a harder way to extract. Maybe it's like Forsaken. If you don't know, Forsaken does puzzles. And puzzles are I don't know how to explain their puzzles, but they do these weird puzzle things. And if you play Forsaken, you know what I'm talking about on their generators. Now, yeah, that's probably something you can do. Or maybe it's more of let's say, different type of skill check, because puzzles would basically just break the skill check. Maybe it's fixing fragments. Maybe it's a whole other mechanic. Maybe that's a couple new stats. And keyword, new stat. We didn't know there's only 2 extraction stats. There's only 2 extraction stats. Now, let's get into more about stats. They are survivability stats, and there are extraction stats, and there are distractor stats. Now, so distractor and survivor stats are the same. It just depends on how easy or hard it is to distract or survive, and it also depends on role. Now, the thing about stats are they depend on they choose your role. So, if you have high extraction or high skill check, you are an extractor. If you have high speed and low stealth, or if you have a low stealth and low speed, if you have if you have a low speed and low speed and low stealth, high speed and low stealth, you are a distractor or you're a survivalist. Really, every toon with high speed is survivalist. But anyways, or you can be an all-rounder, meaning you have high extraction stats like Louis, but high speed like Tisha. Maybe this update is going to add a whole new stat, making every toon have 18 stars and mains having 19 stars. If you don't know, normal toons have 15 stars because there are only, I think, a couple. I don't remember the actual number. There are 5 stats, and you only have 15 stars, meaning it's an even number, which is 15, and you can spread it around through 5. So yeah, it's 15. And you only have 15 stars. But with mains, they have an extra 1 star, and they have to have a 5 star. But adding a new stat would make everyone have 18 stars, and mains having 16 stars. Maybe this new stat could still be extraction. Maybe this new stat is maybe something else. Maybe it's how fast you can do it. Maybe it's how fast you can't do it. I don't know, but there's 100 possibilities, and Quell surprised us much in the past before. And I feel like we're going to get more quality of life things, and maybe even matchmaking is coming back. Now, let's get more into the new floor event. Quell has stated in one of her streams that the new floor event will not affect the brightness like how blackouts do. If you didn't know, blackouts do make the entire floor dark, but you can only see yourself and the light around you, which is easy with toons like Rudy V, Astro, and Brightney. I think that's it. I think there's more. No, there's not. Rudy, V, Astro, and Brightney. Those are the only light up toons, I think. Yeah. To know if a toon's a light up toon, a light bulb will appear right next to their head, when you go to their stats. I'll put it up on the screen. Editor me, put it up on the screen. But yeah. Maybe this new floor event will affect our speed. Maybe it will affect something else. Maybe it will affect another stat. Maybe it will affect our extraction. Maybe it will affect our stealth. Maybe it affects our speed. Maybe it switches on our stats. Maybe it just does something else. What if it makes Twisted's double? What if it does something else? What if it, does something? What if Russia requires you to get this event multiple times? Maybe Russia causes this event. Maybe you need something for this event. Maybe there's something, maybe it does something. Who knows? Maybe it causes new machine type. Maybe it causes a new machine type to do something. Maybe it does something with Twisteds. But it is confirmed it will make the game harder, meaning it does not help you out in any way, like how blackouts do. Unless you're Brightney, and you need Mastery, which isn't really helping you out. It just makes your life harder. Now, for this thing, it's kind of a stretch, but I feel like you'll need to experience this new floor event 5 times, like you experience blackouts 5 times for Brightney to get Brightney. Now, I want to get to the last part because I don't think many people are talking about this, but if you read the update log or the update announcement, Quell says, and more, with an exclamation point, meaning this is something exciting. Maybe it's an extra toon. Probably not. Most likely not. I feel like we might get another toon. I feel like, personally. Maybe we're getting another special thing, like another new floor event. Maybe we're getting new maps that we don't know about. Maybe we're getting new skins. Well, we already know we're getting new skins. We just don't know how many we're getting. Maybe it's going to be plus more. Maybe there's something that costs Robux. Maybe you can transfer Iker now. Maybe we're getting new debuffs and buffs and nerfs and all that other stuff. Maybe we're getting a new trinket in shop. Maybe we're getting multiple new trinkets in shop. Maybe we're getting something new, something exciting. And maybe we're getting a new Dandy chat thing. Because the only reason I say we're getting new Dandy, like chatting, like you can chat to Dandy in shop, is because if we look a couple days ago, Quell posted, Dandy saying, don't tell anyone, but ... And Dandy just said nothing. And Quell says, but what, Dandy? But what? This makes me think that we're going to be able to talk to Dandy this update. And most likely. And this is one of my biggest predictions yet. Now, thank you for watching this video, and thank you for sitting here and listening to me rant. It would really help if you like and subscribe and comment on my videos. Not even just for like and comment. I really like to see when people comment or interact with me on my videos. It makes me feel loved and happy. And even if you don't want to interact, that's cool. At least I know you watched it. Please stick around for more content, and I'll see you in the next story. Bye, love you, and make sure you get all those requirements for Russia. I will make a new video for the update as well, of me trying to get the new toon stuff. But yeah, and in the background, this is all my gameplay, and if you want to play with me, I'll probably make a Discord server if I get enough enough followers, or likes and subscribes, just to know that people actually care for this part, for like an actual thing, just to test the waters and make sure. And FYI, my channel is based off of Go2Goat and their, entire thing. So my content will be a little closer to Go2Goat's, and maybe not even a higher level, but I will try with editing. So, and this is a little more of a get to know me. Hi, I'm Milky. I'm an artist, game maker, and, well, not really a game maker. I just haven't posted much of my work of my game making, or made, like, official, posted them out to the public, of my game makes. But still, I make games, I draw, I'm an artist, animator, a lot of things. I'm a 3D modeler. You can call me Milky, you can call me Ace. I'm male. I make Dandy's World content. I like Five Nights at Freddy's. I like Alien Stage. I like Aliens. I love ducks. Love ducks. My favorite color is purple. My Sona is an alien. And, yeah. I will do, like, a full get-to-know-me video, if you guys care. Because not a lot of people just want to see me yap about myself the entire time. But, yeah. But please interact with the video, and please feel free to do anything. Give me criticism, give me ideas, give me anything. I really would appreciate it. I've had this channel for a long time, and I've wanted to do something with it, and Dandy Told started that spark. And if you're new to what Dandy Told is a survival-based game with teams. It's basically you against Twisteds and you helping out your team. I will make a game I will make a guide to how to play the game. Bye.